So my sister messaged and is asking for help with the project.
Help! We have a project for you. The workshop has turned, as you can see, into an unmanageable mess. We have these drawers left over from the old kitchen tear out, and I have a vision that these would be turned into a tall shelf where we can pull these in and out, and the whole shelf would be on wheels, and we can tame this mess. Please help.
And so I'm gonna go to her place and help her make some storage in her workshop. And this is what we build, a wheeled 2x4 frame with some old kitchen drawers installed. In case you're new here, my name is Dan and I love to DIY things. And one of the projects I'm working on is with my mom on this 1949 Spartan Manor trailer. Other than that, I just like to do a lot of DIY things around the house and use my hands, and I find it super satisfying. And I hope that the videos I make here are helpful for you in your own project. All right, let's grab these tools and head to my sister's. So what's wrong with this room? The first thing we did was measure out each drawer, and of course they're all different sizes, and start sketching up a plan for her idea. I thought we were going to use plywood for the size of this box, but she wanted to use 2x4s so that there are fewer places for spiders to hide.
Look at that.
I think we've just inhaled it now. Based on our final design, we started cutting pieces of 2x4 to length. And one thing to note here is that we cut one 30-inch piece out of 4 of the 2x4s so that we could also get the vertical columns for this storage cabinet. So after a bunch of cuts, we had 4 21-inch pieces, 4 30-inch pieces, and 4 66-inch pieces. If my thumb weren't covering it so perfectly, you'll see these are number 10 by 2.5-inch screws. Here we're assembling the 2 squares that will form the top and the bottom of this storage cabinet. And you'll see here in a minute, I'm going to regret not drilling some pass-through holes for the screws. Uh-oh. Crap, that split. Because I didn't drill holes for the screws to pass through, you can see it's not pulling these 2 pieces of wood closely together. And on this side, it just split the wood really badly. And like that. So we're replacing that split board, and this time I'm drilling holes big enough for the screws to pass through.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Because this is so curved actually here.
Oh, I see.
So I let that one loose a little bit. And there you saw another challenge with working with stud grade wood. On the second one, I learned my lesson and drilled the holes to start with. And the second square of 2x4s went together much more smoothly.
These go on the inside or the outside?
These go on the inside, and that was so that they could be narrower. Next, it was time to connect these 2 squares, which form the top and the bottom of this cabinet, with the 4 66-inch studs that form the corner posts.
No, 21. What was it?
Once again, I'm drilling some through holes to make sure that these boards don't split, and then securing them with some screws. And once again, for the other 2 corner posts. And that's the main structure of the cabinet. To make it more solid and provide a place for the wheels to connect, we decided to put some plywood on the bottom. And before I finished securing these, I checked to see if this was square, and it was quite a ways out. Alright, so yeah, this is really not square in some places. It's like it kind of needs to torque this way, you know what I mean? More? A little bit more? More? Okay, like that. Perfect. Alright, that's a lot better.
Okay, super.
With the structure squared, I finished connecting the plywood and put in the final screws on some of the vertical posts. Next, it was time to install the wheels, and we found this perfect package of nuts and washers for the job.
Do we need the washer on this side or that side?
I think just this side. We tightened them up with a small wrench that came with the wheels and a crescent wrench. Okay, I think that should be good. It's like a hotel dolly.
Should we try it? Yes.
Those are good wheels.
Yeah. Nice
That's
job.
really good. As you can see, most of these drawers are different widths, so we're definitely going to have to use some shims. As we're getting the drawer slide mechanisms in place, you may notice there's a board sticking out the front of the drawer, and that's to space it off the 2x4s so we're not rubbing against them. And with these sliders at least, you can't make the shims too tight or else it jams up the mechanism. I'll hold these so they don't move. Okay. Once we had the shims in place, we pushed the drawer out a little bit and secured the drawer sliders in the back. Then we pulled it out and secured the drawer tracks in the front.
Okay, so we need to put a stop somewhere behind it.
You can trim off the shims with a small saw. For the next drawer, we used a crate and a thick piece of wood to space it about a foot off of the other, and then used shims and secured it just like we did for the first one.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Is that far enough? Yeah.
The next two drawers were not quite as wide, so first we had to add these strips of pine before mounting the drawers as we did before.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
My sister wants a top on this so she could put more things up above, so I'm securing a few strips of wood with screws and dropping in a piece of plywood that I cut off camera. Because drawers any higher would be at an awkward height, she decided she wanted a shelf here, so we're securing 2 more pieces of wood with screws and dropping in another piece of plywood. Finally, we needed a way to stop all the drawers from sliding too far back, so I'm securing this thin pine board to the top shelf and to the bottom 2x4 using these little metal brackets.
Ah,
No?
I feel like you're taking all the weight, man. Ready? You got it?
Yes. Ah, easy peasy.
Whoa.
All right, I'm home and it's about 10:30 at night and we got the project done. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. And if you like videos like this, you might enjoy this video here where I build an entry table for my house.